my attention, baby. I can't make a move. Like a child, a star for love. I'll stay there as long as I have to. I'll cry a river of tears that flows to the sea. Baby, if you run away, baby, if you leave, I'm so in love with you, girl. You make me feel brand new. Come on, give it up to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button if you enjoyed the intro to this one-of-a-kind, super unique frontline double penthouse in Puente Romano. I am going to be very biased today because I love Puente Romano and this is just absolutely fascinating, to say the least. What do you think, Patrick?
Yeah, I personally love this entrance to the penthouse. You come in and you're being greeted immediately by a bar area.
I know that you would have said that. This is super unique. The millwork, the open shelving, indirect lighting, exposing your glasses, all the alcohol. It's just a perfect spot to start the party. But hey, let's put the focus away from the alcohol real quick, Patrick, because the main entry is here. This is a duplex penthouse, meaning two penthouses were put together to create one enormous penthouse of 454 square meters and 6 bedrooms. So 2 entrances, one here, one there. We also have 2 bedrooms to the right, a bedroom here and a bedroom by the kitchen and 2 bedrooms upstairs, totaling 6 bedrooms. And now as we're already in the living room area, the reception area, let's look at this divisional wall. This is basically what the 2 apartments would have been separated, but they opened it up completely. The process took around 5 years to find the 2 units they can put together, and of course the entire refurbishment as well. So a lot of time has gone into it. Omnidirectional fire as well right here. The millwork is fantastic. We have indirect lighting in the slots as well, which are completely opened. You're probably seeing it in the detail shots as well, giving you that better sense of space. And a great entry into a luxurious penthouse.
And good that you said about refurbishment, because these buildings are quite old and a lot of these apartments are not as amazing as this one. It is truly standing out amongst the ones we have seen till now.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm just super excited to show you guys everything in detail. So let's start off with the designer kitchen. Let's go. Custom made by Dan Span to fit into this home. This kitchen island alone is humongous. Not only does it have an induction by Gaggenau, the extractor is nicely hidden in the second floor ceiling that we have ceramic tiling plastered throughout. A big kitchen island for a big penthouse.
But it's not the biggest thing in this kitchen. Is by far
that
Patrick. Fridge.
Okay.
No, that fridge. That's just
this is
next level.
A Gaggenau twin fridge, and it's been nicely framed in as well with the panels, just to give more expression on how big this fridge is. And we spoke to Kevin Churchill from the luxury property finder Marbella, who's the exclusive listing agent, about the history of this. And boy, did he have some stories to tell, difficulties throughout the years to create this masterpiece. One of which is bringing this, it just opens with a tab by the way, massive Gaggenau fridge and freezer into this penthouse. They had to get a crane and from the front yard bring it to the backyard and from the terrace into the kitchen. Mind-blowing.
Just imagine in the morning when you get up and you see a fridge this size hovering above your house.
You probably think you're still dreaming. Yeah.
That's quite a thing.
Did I mention that the appliances are from Gaggenau? Obviously we have a lot of storage spaces here. What's really great is this one, because it's super utile. As you open, you push it forward as well. A lot of space to put your things into, and of course a coffee bar right here in case you want to have your coffee, where also all appliances can be nicely stored away. backsplashed on the countertop here, also with the same porcelain as we have seen on the kitchen island, which just makes the entire style throughout. And behind my brother, there's a TV setup. You're seeing in the detail shots, book matched, backsplashed, the same porcelain stone.
And sockets.
Sockets here. One step below, this would be your informal dining area for 6 people, just here, and another working space there with a lot of space to store your things, soft close, indirect lighting, open shelving here. Fantastic. And what cannot be missing is the accessibility out to your outdoor dining experience. Let's go. Outdoor barbecue area. We have a little sink. Quickly would like to point out that the sliding glass doors are framed with aluminium. They're super light, also thick, so they isolate, no heat comes out, no cold goes out, and of course, give you that protection you need. We have an outdoor dining area here for 6 people, and the views are just simply mesmerizing. It really feels like you're on a boat out in the middle of the ocean with a little bit of Mediterranean trees and landscaping just to freshen up the view of the sea. A fantastic combo. 2 lounge chairs and of course an entire living room area that we should look at. Come on. Just want to show how easy you can slide it, the glass sliding door closed, and voila. This would have been the other penthouse. We had that division wall there. So if you just turn the camera around quickly, that's where the TV has been set up. It's Bang & Olufsen. The sound system here is from Sonos as well, nicely inbuilt into the ceiling. And I just love how this mountain of wood here is the division between the 2 areas. And of course also giving you the option of watching TV. Big L-shaped couch, Rocher Bobois of course. And I love you also love this?
Yeah, the carpet reminds me of waves.
Patrick, you stole that from me because when we came here, I said, I love this carpet. It reminds me of the waves and the movement, what you see outside. And
No,
Patrick,
it resembles more like a riverbed. Some like sandbanks on the left and right, some greenery. I really like that.
yeah, and the view from here, Patrick, is amazing. I'm sure Patrick's gonna go all out with detail shots for you to understand what view you constantly have accompanying you throughout the entire property. I'm gonna put my shoes back on, and whilst I do that, Patrick's gonna turn the camera onto the entire back wall there, which isn't just a nice display of open shelf, indirect lighting and sculptures and fittings, etc., but also the access points to the bedrooms, of which there are 2 here, are nicely hidden here. So with the push of my hand, I'm gonna open it to bedroom number 2. Let's go. Which actually is bedroom number 1, because there are 2 bedrooms on this side. So I call this number 2, it should be number 1. This would be a walk-in closet. We have floating cupboards here as well, nice LED lighting, and a ensuite bathroom like this. One thing, vanity with Korean material used, Toro taps and fittings, drawer setup right underneath, nice LED lighting, making this entire vanity seem as if it's floating. Toilet, shower, and of course an elevated bathtub. It kind of sits on another level, which also is amplified by the LED lights, making it look like it's floating. And best of all, ladies and gentlemen, you've got that priceless view outwards to the sea from the bathtub, from when you brush your teeth, and even from when you're sitting on the toilet. Let's continue.
By the way, you have a window here.
All right, let's come back. We do have a window.
And we know how much we appreciate windows in bathrooms.
It's a must, and sometimes very disappointed when it's not present. Should we continue now? And we also have pocketing doors, or actually pocket doors to say it correctly. Big fan of the wallpaper that's throughout here with palm trees. They also have a slight silver shimmer illuminating the passageway that guides you to your bedroom. And from there you also get to see the ensuite bathroom I mentioned before, with the bathtub that's slightly elevated. They did a lot of millwork in the entire penthouse, double penthouse, and everything's custom made, like the side table here, the woodwork, everything has been done and shaped to fit this home. They've done a great job here. Little working desk, you can sit down, write a poem, whatever you like to do. And now let's look at this, because this would be the private terrace for bedroom number 1 that we're seeing. We have the pier of Puente Romano there. Right up front is the sea. We also have the boulevard that continues there. They call it the Golden Mile, where people walk, but the bushes are kind of covering it, so it really gives you privacy here, which is a humongous plus for this penthouse. And yeah, you could literally just fish from here. That's how close it is. Now guys, let's continue to bedroom number 2. So what do you think, Patrick, about how the doors are paneled with the wood and really not giving any hint of there being a bedroom?
Firstly, it's amazing. I really like that, because you have the rooms right there, but if you're in the living room, nobody has to know that there's something behind there.
Exactly.
And secondly, the paneling with the lighting, which you may have not exactly under there, you will see it in the night shots. It's just super, like, you know, focus on detail. I like this.
Yeah.
Because you can do so much with light.
It also closes the space down better, that you don't see the doors and the casing. Like here, for instance, you do see the door. And by the way, it's a good point. There's a guest toilet here, we'll show it instantly, but the casing of the door frame has also nicely been pushed out with a gap between the wall and the casing, just to give it more expression. And now, as we said so much, let's have a quick look at the guest toilet.
And it also explains why it has to be more visible, because you don't want your guests to be wandering around looking for the guest.
Especially not when they're urging to use it. Now, this would be bedroom number 2. Let's have a look. Bedroom number 2 has a slightly different color coding theme throughout. I really like this darker blue bed frame in correspondence to the wallpaper they have implemented here. Obviously lamps dangling down from the full ceiling, air conditioning throughout, by the way, and we just put it on, so it's starting to get nice and cool. We also have cupboards here. This one's for your suits and for your pants. Indirect lighting is obviously also present. This would be for your shoes, nicely illuminated with sensors.
This is so nice. Mine doesn't have it, so I had to buy like these little lights from Amazon.
Oh, the ones where you have to like...
With a sensor.
Oh, no, that's not bad.
This is not already next level.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TV present.
It's quite a luxury when the light just pops up. Like we see it on a daily basis, but only in this uber expensive homes.
The newer houses all have it mostly.
Yeah, and more open shelving here and drawers set up here, nicely floating, indirect lighting underneath, and it's also wall-to-wall wallpapered.
What's your take on a TV in a bedroom?
Good question. I wouldn't like to watch TV, but it's good it's there, because if I do change my mind, I don't have to go through much trouble installing one. Hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does.
All right, 2-sink vanity, once again with the Korean countertop material used, nice floating. Underneath we have the drawer set up, Toro taps and fittings, as I said, all throughout. Dual mirror setup, nice backsplash here, tiling, gives this more earthy feel to this bathroom. There's also a shower and a toilet there.
And a window.
And a window to the wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was 2 bedrooms we have seen. Let's continue to another gorgeous room. It's not gonna be a bedroom, it's not a TV room. It is a laundry room right at the far end. But before we get to it, let me quickly explain. We have nice paneled wood here. Seamlessly hidden is also the second door to which you can enter into the apartment. This would have been the door for the right side of the one penthouse, and the one we entered would have been for the left side of the left penthouse. There would typically also be a staircase that leads up to the first floor, which they eliminated to have space for the guest toilet, as well as the Otis lift, which is just for the main bedroom's use. Let's press the button and give you guys a look inside. The same Tusk cream marble stone has also been installed here, just to have that seamless flow of interior design.
This elevator is just for the masters, right?
Correct, just for the masters. But Patrick, now I really think that we should show our audience, whom we love, by the way, thank you so much for all these sweet comments from the last video, the laundry room, which is superb. Please remember, we are in a penthouse, a double penthouse, Penthouse 1 in Puente Romano. And this is the laundry room you get. It's huge, a lot of space. Dryer, washer, butler's sink, beautiful views out to greenery, illumination, more cupboard spaces to my left, the same flooring throughout, indirect lighting to detail the edging here where the baseboards are.
And 2 more fridges as well.
Yeah, let's actually show them, because despite that massive fridge we have seen, which took a crane to bring up, we also have a freezer here and another fridge.
All new.
As you can see. Yeah, this one's probably never been used, but it's good to have. And that is the laundry room of a 22 million euro double penthouse. It's also duplex. It's on 2 levels. Let's continue. Here you'll also get to see no signs of bedrooms. It's a sheer elegance to be able to discreetly hide them. This is the main entrance. That door leads to a bedroom ensuite that's currently being used as an office. You're seeing that in the detail shots. And the same paneled wood theme continues here.
Pull this one.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
That's where you can just take a seat and check your Instagram.
This is right by the router, so you probably have the best internet connection here. Pew.
Yeah, you can just close this down and keep your children in there.
I don't like confined small spaces. That's why I'm loving it here. It's the opposite of it. Wait, staircase that leads to the first floor. We're gonna experience that entire level shortly. What I would like to point out before we get there is your wine fridge. In this case, also champagne and Coca-Cola. More spaces to put your stuff. And of course, an entire bedroom that we haven't shown you whilst we toured the kitchen. So let's have a look now. Cupboard spaces, wallpaper, recessed lighting, a nice cute window bay. By the way, the window bay that we're seeing in the detail shot is also something that has always been built into the penthouses, and they kept it for nostalgia, which I'm loving, to be quite frank.
It's a good niche to just sit down and read a book.
100%.
Or tie your shoes.
And you know what, Patrick? I can bet $100 that you would choose this room over any other one. And
Of course.
I will let people know why.
Because it's the closest to the kitchen. So if you want a midnight snack, or just if you go even further out to the terrace and grill yourself a steak, everything is in one path.
Yeah, it's a linear way
Yeah.
towards your goals. I like it. We also have the toilet here, which actually in this case, if you scoop in, isn't just a toilet. This is a 1 sink vanity with 2 drawer setups, shower, a different use of marble in this one as we've seen in the prior one. And it shares, let's go look into this one, a toilet that's shut off with a pocket door. The reason behind it is if you're hosting a lot of guests and you're doing a party, you can't rely on one guest toilet. So you would close this one down with a pocket door, and people could use this as a second WC. Nicely wallpapered with tropical imagery. Cool, let's continue. But before we do, let us know what you think of this kitchen. Is it in your style? Is it in your liking? Do you like the little secret hidden coffee workspace, the Gaggenau appliances, this massive fridge from Gaggenau, nicely framed out with the wooden panels, indirect lighting. The extractor is seamlessly, I choose to say difficult words, I don't know why, seamlessly hidden above.
Could you just say it's hidden?
Yeah. Do you think I mentioned that we have Sonos, Bauer & Wilkinson sound system throughout the entire double penthouse named Penthouse 1?
If you didn't, you did now.
Good. A little fun fact as well. Soft close on all the shelves here. And there are 234 apartments in the entire Marina de Puente Romano in 3 gardens, Andalusian, Persian and Japanese. But now, Kevin Churchill changed the entire dynamics of Puente Romano, because there aren't 234 anymore, there are 233, because 2 units were put together to create the one. Staircase. Remember, we're going to go up it, but you can also use the lift to enter to the master, but we still have one spare bedroom that I would like to show you. So this would be the 5th bedroom. Let's have a look. Cupboard spaces, ceiling height's amazing. We're on the 1st floor now, actually the last floor of the entire building. We have about 2 meters and 8, which is great for an apartment if you think about it. Wallpaper, nice bed, king-sized, carpet laid out throughout, ensuite bathroom. Let's have a quick glimpse. One sink vanity, shower, everything you need is here. And this bedroom also enjoys a private terrace for your morning cafelito or cervecita, like Patrick likes to drink.
Not in the morning. Wait a second.
But yeah, spacious terrace, nicely shaded. And maybe Patrick, come a little bit closer. That view of La Concha is one that you enjoy from every window that's facing the backside and not looking at the sea. And I have to say, it's not a bad view either. And that's also your communal swimming pool right there. But don't worry, you've got your own pool here in your double penthouse. Exactly. Right, let's continue, because it's time for the main bedroom. Pocket doors, close it down, and voila. This is the main sleeping area of the 1st floor in this penthouse, reserved entirely this section.
For the king and queen.
For the king and queen. Big fan of how they soften the edges with this installation here. More woodwork, nice chandelier lighting, bringing elegance into the room. Bed is centered, and obviously it's centered so that when you lie in bed or sit here, you've got that absolute gorgeous unfolding sea view right up front. It really feels like you're on a yacht out in the open, if there wouldn't be a palm tree there, which is not blocking the view, but it is there to remind you you're not on one. All right, 2 bathrooms. This one would be for him. Cupboard spaces, 2 sink, vanity drawer set up underneath, shower, bathtub, gorgeous views from when you bath, and just there hidden is the toilet. Now that's for one party. For the other party, there is an entire 2nd bathroom on the other side of the penthouse. Let's look, because right here would be the division between penthouse 1 and penthouse 2. And what do we have here? A complete saloon. So basically you could live on this level completely. You've got a Roche-Beaubois couch, nicely laid out, open shelving, indirect lighting, nice vases and sculptures, kind of Japanese inspired. And in order to not go all the way down, let's say you get hungry or you want to eat something, you've also got a little kitchen here that you can unfold.
Yeah, well, that little kitchen doesn't beat the kitchen downstairs. I still prefer the other bedroom.
Doesn't beat it, but it definitely can get
It adds to
useful.
the comfort.
Yeah. So you would have a fridge underneath, you have a sink, coffee machine, you could just put it there. It's got the same porcelain tiling as in the kitchen island, backsplashed here as well, indirect lighting.
So Dominic, if I make myself a cafelito here, so where do I go now?
After the cafelito, you have 2 options. The spoiled and supremely awesome option number 1 that we're going to show you later, or the quite epic option number 2, which is the backside terrace. But before we get there, that's the elevator access point, that's the elevator's landing. You know, you can use it, and you also have covered spaces here. This terrace is the one you would use.
Come on, it's quite a fine space for a cafelito in a city in the morning.
I'm not saying it's not, but once our dear viewers get to see what the other view has to offer, it will just overthrow this one. I'm sorry to say, but that's true facts.
Let's go back a little bit. This window is also great because from here you can actually see the door. So if somebody's ringing a bell, you just go and check from here.
Yeah.
Who's at your door?
Get away. We are in the Persian garden, by the way. This double penthouse also comes with 3 parking spaces. And for those people who understand parking spaces and the limitation thereof, in Puente Romano would cherish it highly. Pocket door and ensuite bathroom. This is Sarah marble on the flooring as well as backsplashed onto the walls. The wooden beams give this entire space a warmer feeling. So does the wooden coverings here that you can also open up to bring more light in.
Because these are still the traditional ones, no?
Yeah, the blinds here, exactly. They're traditional and they kept it in. They also nicely framed out with the casing of the entire window section, which is the same casing as you have here in the big mirror. Nice scones, 2-sink vanity, floating seamlessly. Like that word today, actually, I'm overusing it. LED lights underneath, closet space entirely here. Nice low jewelry island, closet space. Jewelry island.
My jewelry.
And yeah, turn around once again. The bathtub, just as in the first bedroom that we have seen that's facing the sea, is elevated with the indirect lighting, just illuminating it as well. Toro clawfoot tub fittings, makeup desk. And here, in the niche, your toilet.
Nicely, also with the wooden
Panels,
paneling
yeah.
and light.
And bronze toilet paper holder and toilet brush.
A royal place.
Indeed so. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to show you one last room and then the terrace. So let's go. And that last space, ladies and gentlemen, would be...
But before we go, this carpet, doesn't it look like wetlands to you?
Yeah, there's a lot of water elements and water plays throughout the entire property. Like the blue couch.
How do you say that again?
Water play.
Water.
Water play, the water play. Further on, the embroidering on the pillows, embroidering on the towels, a lot of eye for detail. Can't cover everything in this tour because we're a little bit time limited, but we really hope that we did sufficiently enough for you to understand that the quality is throughout. Like this room here. Oak flooring in a herringbone pattern. We have techno gym appliances. This is your private gym, free weight setup here. This is like a techno gym multi-use bank. You also have cables to work with, open shelving, big mirror setup, and the entire wooden paneling that goes throughout the ceiling as well as the wall. And there you have the swimming pool. Not to forget, this would be a little wet room. Let's dig into it. Because once you've finished with swimming outside, you can come here, shower, get dressed or cleaned, and then go back into your master's bedroom, living room, which is
very smart. So you don't have to go through the interior wet, but
No.
like come in style.
exactly. And you can close this down, and voila. So 454 square meters of livable area, insane. And now the main levels, terrace, gorgeous swimming pool. I mean, let's just check it out. Also have aluminium framed windows here, glass sliding doors with no frame, just the outer frame, which is nice. So, should we?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, lounge bed, but let's focus on this here. This is your swimming pool. It also has a jet system so that you can swim laps. It's heated and an automated cover that runs once the night falls. 2 seats up there. Gorgeous views when you swim.
Yeah, you swim and then you have the sea.
Yeah,
That's
it's also heated.
next level.
Nice. Yeah, partially it's covered, this terrace, but yeah, Patrick's gonna turn the camera around and boom. This is basically the $1 million view. This is what you pay big bucks for. You cannot replace a location as such anywhere in Costa del Sol anymore. And that's why I would go as far as saying that not only is it Marbella's most prime location and most expensive penthouse, but maybe even Spain's.
But explain us why we cannot replicate this anymore.
Building restrictions have come into force, and there's a certain distance you must maintain to the seafront, which this one has obtained because it was built many, many years ago, but they do not give permits to do that anymore. So what you buy yourself into is a licensed urbanization with the closest seafront that you can imagine, unreplicable, unrecreatable. It's just unique. And this one being 2 penthouses put together, we've never seen this in Puente Romano before. It truly makes it one of a kind and an extraordinary unit of pure elegance.
Look how big the terrace is just for the masters. I mean, if I scooch back as well, I mean, this is a terrace, right?
The entire level, basically, once you pocket that door from the first bedroom we saw on this level, 2 penthouses' first floors were put together to create one spacious bedroom with a living room, with a little gym, with 2 bathrooms which are spacious. Mind-blowing. So, at this point I would like to say big thank you to Kevin Churchill, the exclusive lister, for allowing us to tour this beautiful, exceptional home. And of course, all his contact details are in the description box in case you are interested in buying it. With this beautiful view, I'm gonna leave you guys and wish you a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in.
I think our ride is coming.
Our helicopter is right there. We're gonna get picked up, guys, so see you next week, and thank you for tuning in, and all the best. Peace, love, and joy.
A shame, think something new under the sun. You can't take back them things you already done. No, you blame things that you do on somebody else.